A millionaire. Walked into his own house early for the first time in months. What he saw next didn't just stop him in his tracks. It shattered everything he thought he knew about being a father. Daniel Miller wasn't born rich. He knew the taste of stale bread and shared bedrooms. His childhood was a blur of hunger, ambition, and second-hand shoes. At 17, he was fixing phones. At 25, he was coding apps. By 33, he was the CEO of a multi-million-dollar tech firm. Success followed him like a shadow, always behind him, always looming. But in chasing that success, Daniel made one unspoken trade. Time. He was a good father on paper. Birthdays remembered by assistants. Gifts delivered by drones. Calls scheduled between investor meetings. But Malik didn't need more toys. He needed time. That Tuesday began like any other. Calendar packed. Calls back to back. A dinner with a VC firm. Then a meeting got canceled. The restaurant rescheduled. A free afternoon. Daniel didn't know what to do with free. He didn't call his office. He didn't check in with his board. He just drove home. House stood tall, quiet. Daniel stepped inside, greeted by silence, not the usual hum of the vacuum or the piano lessons he paid for. No voices, no laughter. Only the faint sound of something dragging across the floor. He followed it. And there, in the kitchen, his world stopped. Malik, on his knees, face smeared with dirt and dried tears. Shirt clinging to his back, stained and soaked. He gripped the handle of a mop, like it was his duty, not a chore. A child cleaning a floor too big for him. But that wasn't what broke Daniel. It was the marks. Red, angry welts along his small arms. Bruises, some fresh, others healing. A map of pain no child should carry. Malik? His voice cracked, foreign even to himself. The boy flinched. His head dipped lower. "I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm almost done." He didn't ask for a hug. He didn't explain. He just apologized. Daniel knelt beside him. His eyes scanned Malik's tiny frame. His voice was hollow. "Who did this to you?" Malik's eyes welled up, but no words came. Only a whisper. "I was bad. The lady said I was bad." The lady was Andrea, the nanny Daniel had hired after 3 rounds of background checks, interviews, and referrals. She had glowing reviews, a perfect smile, and a terrifying secret. Later, Daniel would review the security footage he never watched before. Footage where Andrea's face twisted into something monstrous when no one else was watching. Screams muffled by closed windows. Slaps delivered behind walls. Punishments masked as discipline, and Malik had suffered in silence. Daniel never thought love could be silent. Never thought trauma could grow quietly in the corners of a clean home. But now he saw it. Clearly. Not in spreadsheets, not in quarterly gains, but in the broken look of a child who had learned that love sometimes came with pain. He fired Andrea, filed charges, burned every contract she'd ever signed. But even justice felt hollow, because the real damage wasn't just physical. It was trust. And trust wasn't something you could buy back. From that day on, Daniel changed. He still ran his company, but his mornings now began with breakfast at the kitchen table. No assistants, no devices, just eggs, juice, and his son. He enrolled in parenting therapy. He sat in silence during Malik's night terrors. He learned how to say, "I'm proud of you," and mean it. The mansion no longer echoed with loneliness. It echoed with laughter, piano keys, and storybooks read aloud at bedtime. One evening, months later, Malik whispered, "I'm not scared anymore. Because you're here now." Daniel cried that night. And he didn't hide it, because real strength wasn't in titles or tailored suits. It was in showing up every single day. Asterisk, a millionaire came home early once, and that one moment saved a life. So ask yourself, what might you find if you came home early today? Asterisk, if this story touched your heart, share it. You never know who might need this reminder that being present is the greatest gift of all.